Over the past few years, the need for fast, reliable internet has grown. More people are working or attending school at home. Healthcare has gone virtual, and people want to be connected now more than ever. Fiber has become a solution for many, outweighing previous connectivity options with its large bandwidth capacity and speed. In this video, you'll learn about various materials that can be found throughout fiber networks in your community. Head-ends, or central offices, are where the technology is housed that sends the light signals that then travel through fiber to the end user. Millennium primarily sells passive components, anything that a light signal passes through, as well as cable management and organizational products for central offices. Popular inside plant products include racks, panels, enclosures, and connection cables. Now, let's see how the network continues with outside plant products. Fiber optic cables are composed of two parts, the core and cladding. Both work together to carry light pulses from one end of the fiber cable to the other and provide internet to end users. The core is made of glass and is the center of the cable where light pulses travel through, while the cladding is a thicker outer layer around the core that keeps the light traveling inside the core as it bounces toward its destination. Fiber has the ability to carry large amounts of data over a long distance, making it a superior network option. There are different types of fiber cables to serve a variety of purposes. Let's take a look. Dielectric fiber means there are no metallic components within the cable. This is also an example of loose tube fiber, meaning the individual fiber strands are not connected to one another. Armored fiber has a metallic jacket, usually steel or aluminum, that helps to protect the fiber and provides durability and traceability. This is helpful, especially to protect the fiber against bird talons or rodent chews. ADSS, or all dielectric self-supporting fiber, consists of a dielectric cable with a strength membrane at the core of the fiber cable. This allows the cable to be placed with no additional strand support. Microfiber is a high-density cable, commonly used within microtechnologies. This is especially useful in areas where a lot of infrastructure already exists. Ribbon fiber contains groupings of connected fibers. This helps speed up the splicing process, saving time and money. Did you know that fiber can be placed both aerially or underground? Let's start our network underground. The conduit or duct's purpose is to house and protect the cable from damage. Its most common use is in underground applications, but it can also be used in an aerial build with a UV coating. HDPE stands for high-density polyethylene. Its ability to be installed in long lengths and accommodate obstacles and elements makes it the most common conduit material in telecom. Smooth wall HDPE has a smooth texture on the inside and outside. This is the most common type of duct. Ribbed conduit is another type of HDPE. The ribbed inner wall creates less surface area for the cable to touch during installation, resulting in less friction and potential cable damage. Microduct is a small diameter ribbed conduit and is used with microfiber. A bundle of microduct is known as a multi-cell conduit, allowing multiple pathways for future network expansion, which can lead to savings on network costs. Corrugated HDPE is designed to reduce surface contact when installing cable. It's intended for interduct or short-run applications and is the most flexible form of HDPE. Couplers are used to connect duct runs together. There are many different types of couplers. One of the most popular is the push-lock style. Push-lock style couplers are designed to make installation quick and easy. An alternative to HDPE conduit is PVC. PVC stands for polyvinyl chloride, another common pipe material. It's made from synthetic plastic polymer that forms a rigid pipe. In the telecom industry, PVC is primarily sold to DOT and electrical contractors. Handholds, also known as vaults, provide an underground access point to a network. They can vary in size and material. Polymer concrete provides a high-strength, durable option. It's resistant to sunlight and most chemicals. HDPE is a lightweight option, and it helps to protect installers and shortens installation time. Fiberglass or composite blends offer a balance of durability and lightweight. Handholds are used to store slack and splice cases. Slack is extra fiber that can be stored inside a handhold. It allows for easy repairs and maintenance to a network. Splice cases are used to protect bare fiber after the cable is spliced. Splicing fiber connects two cable reels together or drops fiber off in a different direction. Splice cases can be found in both underground and aerial networks. Splice cases are made up of two parts. Fiber trays found inside the case are used to organize the spliced fiber. The shroud or closure goes over the trays for additional protection and seals the case. An alternative to splice cases is plug-and-play technology, which uses pre-connectorized hardened drop cables. Plug-and-play technologies streamline installation and speed up the deployment process. Multi-port service terminals, or more commonly referred to as MSTs, allow for the distribution fiber cable to be spliced to the end of the MST tail, away from the case. OTEs, optimized terminal enclosures, allow for the distribution cable to be spliced inside of the case. These are becoming increasingly popular as they speed up deployment and can be easily repaired. Now, let's continue our network aerially. An important part of an aerial network is grounding, essentially connecting your network to the earth. This will allow electricity to disperse into the ground instead of causing havoc and destroying your network. A component of grounding is the ground rod. It's a copper-coated metal rod that acts as the end point, dispersing the electricity into the earth. An acorn clamp connects the ground wire to the ground rod, allowing for a complete connection. Ground wire is a copper wire that connects grounding components together. The pathway which runs down a telephone pole is a predetermined path for the electricity to travel from the wires above into the earth. A U-guard is a plastic guard that can fit over wires running the length of the pole to conceal them. The KUL bonding clamp, more commonly known as a weaver, has the job of forming a bridge between the network and its grounding components. Strand, also known as messenger wire, adds additional support to fiber, protecting it from the elements. Dead ends are pieces of equipment that can be used to fasten strand to a pole or repair breaks in the strand. The strand is attached to a telephone pole via the 3-hole suspension clamp. This clamp is also known as a bitch clamp in the industry. To then attach the fiber to the strand, lashing wire is used. To install lashing wire, a lashing wire clamp is used, also known as a bug nut. It's used to start and stop the wire in between telephone poles. A lasher is a piece of mechanical equipment that wraps the lashing wire around the fiber and strand to provide support. Another component of an aerial network are fiber storage units, which are used for extra slack storage. A guying structure is required on some telephone poles for additional support. Guying increases the amount of weight that the pole can withstand. There are multiple different options to attach the guy wire to the pole. Bolts are one method to attach the guying wire to the top of a pole. These bolts have multiple different bolt head options. The most popular options are an oval eye bolt, double eye bolt, triple eye bolt, and thimble eye bolt. Other methods to attach guying structures are guy hooks or attachment straps. A guy hook is commonly called a ram's head and is the preferred method as it's easier to use than a guy attachment, often referred to as a pig's ear. The guy wire connects the pole to the ground, adding tension to the pole to increase its strength and support. A guy strain insulator more commonly known as a Johnny ball, is a piece of equipment made to ensure that if a network is struck, no electrical currents will move down to the publicly accessible parts of the guy wire and injure people. A guy guard is designed to identify downed guys or other wire and cable installations where anchoring devices are exposed to pedestrian and/or vehicular traffic. An anchor is used to secure the guy wire into the ground. There are multiple different types of anchors that are decided on based on the different types of soil. The 4 different types are single helix, double helix, and triple helix. An expanding anchor can also be used. Once placed in a hole, a fiberglass tool unlocks it and thus expands it. Pedestals are above-ground protection housing units that serve as network connection points. Pedestals come in a variety of materials, colors, and sizes to fit different project specifications. A common identification product that is often found near pedestals or handholds is a marker post. They help identify where something is located, who owns it, and what's inside it. It can also give an emergency number to call if there are any issues. A NID, Network Interface Device, is a transition point between a network owner's cable and the end user's inside cable. The wiring from the NID is connected to the end user's modem, which provides internet inside the premise. While knowing products is extremely helpful, so is understanding common industry terms. FTTX is a collective term for any broadband network architecture using fiber to connect end users. It stands for fiber to the, where X stands for a variable. The common variables for X include H, home, P, premise, C, curb, N, neighborhood, etc. The last mile is a term used to describe the last leg of a network that uses either fiber or copper to connect end users. Copper is a good alternative for short distances and can reduce network costs. The word mile is metaphorical, and the distance may be less or more than a mile. Now that we've completed the journey a pulse of light can take, we can see the products that make up a fiber optic network.